Hello, Silver Farmers. Okay, let's come closer. So today we want to discuss about another topic, which is the benefit of constructing a fish pond and with tarpaulin and wood. In the aspect of fish farming, there are some things that you have to get your pond ready so that you can stock in the fish. I particularly recommend anytime you want to go for beginners only, for beginners. If you want to start fish farming, I want you to use tarpaulin pond because tarpaulin pond will give you a visual thing of what you are doing. All right, tarpaulin pond will give you a visual thing. You'll be seeing what you are doing. But if you go for earthen pond, you won't see their growth. You won't see how things are really going inside the pond. All right, but tarpaulin pond will give you that sense of of how the fish go, how the fish swim up and swim down, swim up and swim down. So that is why I always recommend tarpaulin pond. You can go for tanks, it's okay, but anyone you wish to, either tank or tarpaulin pond, is okay. So today we want to talk about the benefit of constructing a fish pond with a tarpaulin. But this time around we are focusing on tarpaulin pond. So what is tarpaulin itself? Please, I want you all to try and please, if you have any question for me, try to drop it. Yeah, you can drop it here and I will answer you immediately. So let me just quickly type it. Just okay. So now I've time to drop your question here. So if you have any question, please drop it here and I will answer you immediately. So what is tarpaulin? Tarpaulin is a polythene, but it's a very strong polythene. Are you getting me? It's a very strong polythene. So it's actually used for various things. Apart from you stocking fish inside the pond, it also have water resistant. And whenever you're about to do something, like whenever it's about to rain, you can use it to cover the already made feed or the ingredient of any other thing you have in your farm. So tarpaulin is one of the things that I think you need to have in your farm. Are you getting me? You need to have it in your farm. So tarpaulin is good. Okay, I think I have a question here. What is the advantage of round pond to the four corner pond? Okay. That is a very good question, and I will look into it right now. So I will just hold on to this one. I am explaining, so I will talk about your own now. So you said, what is the advantage of round pond to the four corner pond? You see, it depends on what you want, and it depends on how you want to maximize or maximize your space in your farm. Are you getting me? So if you are using round pond, most people use round pond just to minimize space. Alright, because round, and most people use this as tarpaulin, concrete pond. Alright, so the advantage of round pond, I don't see anything. It's just a matter of choice. Alright, there's nothing special about it. But for this corner pond, there's something that usually happen, especially in terms of cannibalism, where most of them will just come, like they will stock in one place. In that place they will start eating themselves. Now I'm talking about this corner pond. That is one of the things I particularly don't like about it, because all of them will come together. But that round pond is not possible. In that round pond, you won't find something like that. But in corner pond, you will definitely find something like that. So round pond, and one of the good thing about it is that round pond help in digesting feed easily. All right, round pond help in digesting feed because once they finish eating their feed, they will circulate the pond, and with that, they will digest their feed easily. So, Mr. Don D. Peter Abipila, I've been able to answer your question. So, if you have any other question, you can still drop it before we finish the live of today. Okay, so as I was saying, I was talking about what is tarpaulin. So tarpaulin is a strong polythene, and you can actually use it for so many things. You can use it to cover your feed. You can use it to restrain water from your pond. You can use it to guide so many things. All right, so as I said before, there's a need for you to have what? There's a need for you to have okay, thank you very much. Thank you for dropping the question. So there's a need for you to have what? A tarpaulin in your pond. Whether you're a fish farmer or you're a poultry farmer, no, you need to have a tarpaulin. So that is the reason why I want to bring out this topic to you. Now, what is the benefit of having a tarpaulin pond in your farm? Now, as I said from the beginning, that young farmers or the beginners, I recommend using tarpaulin pond because if you are working on tarpaulin pond, you'll be seeing what you are doing. And once you do a mistake, you will see it. But if you're using earthen pond, once you do a mistake, you will not be able to see it. But okay, let's say in terms of ashing, you cannot ash with tarpaulin, you cannot ash with earthen pond. You cannot even ash with most times I don't even recommend concrete pond, because concrete pond, if you don't know how to disinfect it, it will cause a problem for you. And if the thing starts having leakage from nowhere, you just be spending unnecessary spent. So as a beginner that you are, you need to find where you can get what? Tarpaulin pond. So tarpaulin pond will help you a lot. That is it. So and tarpaulin pond has water resistance. And there's another thing you need to know. If you're into commercial farming, there's something called GSM in terms of buying tarpaulin pond. That GSM means that is gram per square meters. What that thing means is that is the weight of tarpaulin. So if you want to start your farm, you need to have at least minimum of 500 GSM. All right, with that, the tarpaulin will be very, very strong, and it will last many years before you start seeing some decay or something like that. So that is one of the things. Tarpaulin is very easy, is flexible, is for young farmers. So most times people do ask me that, sir, what can we do as young farmers? What type of pond should we construct? Construct tarpaulin pond. Don't go for earthen pond. You cannot be able to manage it. Go for tarpaulin pond. Tarpaulin pond, even though you do something like 10 by 10 or 5 by 7 is okay. Just use that one to increase your knowledge on how to manage those fishes. So that is it. So the next thing I want to discuss is the ideal structure of tarpaulin pond. Now, this ideal structure is you getting a land. All right. I want to start a fish farm now. Let me now use myself as example to explain this subtopic. I want to start up a fish farm now. I have a land. I will now decide based on this question Mr. Don asked me. Say, okay, I have a farm now. Okay, should I do a corner pond or should I do a round pond? Okay, the land I have is not that much. What can I do? If I should go for corner pond, if I should go for corner, that is the 4-corner pond. That one will help me to, if the thing is near to wall, I can just put it next to wall. All right, but for this thing, for the circular pond, that will waste a lot of space for me. So the best thing I can do is to go for the corner pond, that is the 4-corner pond, and I will just be putting it close to the wall. With that, I will be able to save space. All right. So one thing that you need to know when when constructing your pond, one, you need to have that GSL, you need to be of 500 grams. So, and your land, the more the more your production increase, the more the facility you have also need to be increased. So that is how you can get a pond. And also, in terms of wood, all right, in terms of wood, try to get a very strong wood. Like, I can't find one here. Those strong wood that before termites can be able to penetrate, it will be very hard, because it will lap the tarpaulin will lap on the wood. So make sure that the wood is also strong. And if the wood is not strong, you can just come to your farm one day and notice that there's a heavy wind that blow up the tarpaulin to one side due to the tarpaulin didn't lap on the wood. So you need to let the tarpaulin lap on the wood very well before you stock in water itself, or rather the fish. So please and please, that is all I can tell you for beginner farmer. I just received the question now on which one should I go for. So you can go for tarpaulin pond, and I can't tell you to go for this thing for concrete pond. Go for tarpaulin pond. I believe with that you can have an understanding of how the business works and how to manage the animals. So that is all I have to say for now. Thank you.